One of the keys to maintaining your adjustments and maintaining good spinal health is to make sure that you're moving your spine in between your adjustments. Today I want to take some time and show you some good exercises you can do to keep your spine moving to help keep it healthy. When I show you these exercises, keep a few things in mind. First of all, these are what we call dynamic motions. The key here is motion. These are not stretches. We're not going to at any point press and hold like you would think of normally with a stretch. These are movements that you want to keep the body moving through each of these motions. And as you do that, you will add flexibility. The other thing you want to keep in mind is make sure that these motions are pain-free. You want to stay in a pain-free range of motion. So if, for example, if we're turning your head, we say turn your head like this, but it hurts to go this far, stay within a pain-free range of motion. Keep your head turning within a range of motion that is painless for you. And that motion, even though it's in a painless range of motion, it will give you a benefit and help you add more flexibility and add more strength without increasing any problems you might be having. Okay, there are 4 movements that I'm going to show you that work great for maintaining the low back and the mid back. These are exercises I've learned from Eric Cressy's Magical Mobility Program. They're great exercises, and he uses the term spinal flossing, which I think is a great concept to think of this. It's similar to flossing your teeth. It's a great thing to do to maintain the health of your teeth, and doing these exercises every day is a great way to maintain the health of your spine. And so I'll show these for you. There's 4 movements. The first one is, if anyone does yoga, it's the cat-camel exercise you may be familiar with, but you're going to do this by getting down on your hands and knees. Here you want to make sure that your hands are underneath your shoulders, so you don't want to be spread out this way. Hands under your shoulders, knees under your hips, and just think about arching your back and then letting your back drop. Again, keep in mind this is not a stretch, it's a movement, so you want to keep the body moving through this motion in a pain-free range of motion. As you're arching your back, think about bringing your head and your buttocks together. And as you're coming back down, think about letting that really sag. Notice that the hips need to be moving through this range of motion. The motion doesn't come from the back itself, but the motion is driven by the hips. And also I'm letting the head move through this motion as well. This is the cat-camel, which is the first motion. The second exercise that you can do is a side-lying twist. This is really simple. You just want to lay on your back with your knees bent, and in this position you're just going to let your knees rock from side to side. Again, at no point in this movement am I leaning over and trying to stretch and move it. I'm just letting my body go as far as it wants to go. And you may notice as I do this that my body will start to relax and will start to go farther and farther. The third exercise you can do is it's a side-lying twist. You want to lay on your side. You're going to straighten your bottom leg out and bend your top leg, so you've got a 90-degree bend at your hip, 90-degree bend at your knee. Bring both arms out in front of you, and then just reach with your top arm as far back as you can go, keeping this knee in contact with the ground. And then come back. Again, it's just a dynamic or steady motion through that range of motion. Here you should feel a twist all the way up and down your spine. And again, as you do this, you'll probably notice that your body will start to relax, and as you do the motion, you will feel more and more that you can move farther and farther. And then, of course, you would want to turn over and do it on the other side. Then the last motion you'll do is going to help rotate the low back even more. You're going to lay your body straight, bend your knees 90 degrees, bring your top arm out in front of your body, and then just think about rolling your knees, rolling your ankles over the top. So it's just like this. And then roll over and go the other direction. And those are the 4 lumbar ranges of motion.